Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mark Loeffler Experience. Today we're going to talk about, is the world going to hell in a handbasket? What's going to happen? What's going on? Are we going to see a collapse? An economic collapse, a collapse in society as we know it. You know, I like to get your attention and help you stick around a little longer on these videos. I know that some people will have dropped off by now. I get it. But anyways, let's get into it, everybody. Oh, and as always, this video is brought to you by Catano Loeffler Realty Services. If you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate in Southwestern Ontario and or Alberta, we're happy to help you. What's going on? Are we going into a recession? I think that everybody is going to tell you yes. What's going to cause the recession? I mean, there's long and short answers to that, but short answer is household spending will have to push us into a recession. It's the only way that we're going to get into a technical recession. And will that recession be long and hard? Are we going to see the 90s all over again? Or will we be quickly out of it? Obviously we got inflation. We got labor shortages right now. We have rising interest rates. I mean, these are all a drag on on growth, right? And I think, listen, in May we had economic contraction. Is that going to give us the 2 quarters of economic contraction that we need for a technical recession? I'm going to say no, not at this time. I think we're still going to grow through June and through the summer. People want to get out, right? People want to get out. They want to enjoy their life. During COVID, there was $300 billion of extra savings. So a lot of people got to burn through that first before they're going to feel the pinch. Although as Canadians, we are pretty highly indebted. So obviously rising interest rates are going to have an impact on that growth as well. Less people are going to buy boats. Less people are going to buy vehicles. Whatever else people are buying, less people are going to buy. And they can't fix the supply issue right now, so they can't produce more of these goods to, make them more affordable. So therefore, they're going to fix the demand side, which again is going to cause us to go into a recession. But then we have this super, super strong labor market. You want a job, you got a job right now. And then if you don't like that job, work 2 weeks, you go somewhere else, maybe make $1 more an hour because you have that 2 weeks experience somewhere else. So that's we have this severe labor shortage. So we need basically for that demand to affect that enough that we see a decrease in the labor market. So we're going to see an increase in unemployment. Like right now we're running at 5.6%. What does that look like? Are we going to get to 6.5%, 7%? In the last recession in 2008, 2009, we got up to about 8.5%. I don't see that happening at this time. I just don't think there's enough people out there that want to work at this time. I might be wrong, but I think we might get to 6.5% during this recession because it is going to affect people and how they spend money. So, the hospitality jobs right now that are basically you can walk in and start as, something you're not the bottom of the barrel anymore. You can. I think those are going to slow down a little bit. Some the hospitality, travel, that type of thing is going to slow down for sure. Do we need to raise rates this way? I think they started too late. I think this could have been a more gradual process. They could have just started hammering the nail in sooner rather than just hitting it with a sledgehammer. That's just my opinion. At that time, obviously everyone was making money because stock market was going bananas. Real estate market was going bananas. It just felt unsustainable at that time because, again, we should not see 20% increases in real estate prices in 2 months. That is just not sustainable. We shouldn't see that in a year. If you want nice, steady growth that is over inflation, 4 or 5% a year is perfect. That's all I ever want, all I ever need. I just, it's been so volatile. It's hard to make. This is why people are sitting on the sideline right now. I had a great conversation with a friend yesterday, and he's like, I don't understand it. I had all these investors lined up to do joint ventures when the market was booming. Like at the peak, I could have raised $5 million. He goes, now I probably got $1 million to go invest somewhere because everyone is scared. I don't know. I always sit here and talk about Warren Buffett and talk about be greedy while others are fearful. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to buy. I think I got another year of this. I'm trying to buy into this recession, buy into this market, and get as many properties as I can because I think we're going to come out of it pretty strong. And, I'm buying in Alberta right now, but definitely I am looking in Ontario to buy because, again, I think there's a structural housing problem in Ontario, and I'm going to take advantage of that. Because if the politicians don't seem to care about fixing it, I'm going to take advantage of that. I think you should too. So really, yeah, household spending, obviously it out of the pandemic, people went nuts. Will slow as higher prices, right? Higher prices, interest rates, and unemployment hit households. And people are going to need those savings. People are going to need those savings, right? People are going to need those savings to just live. Obviously, food prices have gone nuts. Gas prices are up stupid, right? Now oil prices are down to $100 a barrel right now. I haven't seen the price at the pumps because I am charging my Tesla for free at Tesla right now. Yeah, I know. I'm cheap. I get it. Not cheap. Smart. 400 meters from my office. Why not charge it for free? All the economists are calling for 3.25%, 3.5% interest by the end of the year, which would be a couple more rate increases of 0.75 to 0.5%. I am not on the train of I don't think we're getting 3/4 in July. I may be wrong here. I've been wrong before, but I think they're going to go back to 0.5%. With oil prices coming down, which will cause food prices to come down, I think month over month, you're going to see some inflation drop. Now, house prices have come down, but if housing affordability has remained the same, well, because we have had an interest rate increase of 150 to 200% in some cases. Those are long-term interest rates. Economists are forecasting this to be like, not like a recession we've ever seen, right? Like a recession. So I guess in the recessionary periods, we had one, obviously 2019, 2020, that was a recession, right? Unemployment rate went up 7%. So we were at probably 6% and went to 13%. 1981 to 1982 went up 5.8%. 89 to 92 went up 4.4%. 56 to 58 went up 3.6. 74 to 78 went up 3.2. And by the way, these were all great times to buy real estate. I know you're going to say I'm a real estate agent and I'm telling you to buy real estate. But, when you're right, you're right. Yeah, so 1944, 1946, 2% went up. 1953 to 54, 1.6. So they're forecasting, this RBC forecasting up 1.5%. So if we go up 1.5% from where we are today at 5.5, that takes us to 7. And I'll put up this graph here, basically household spending and household consumption is what is driving GDP growth right now. And they are calling for that to fall off a cliff, and by Q2 of 2023 for household consumption to be negative. It is plausible. It is plausible with others. I'm assuming that's government spending going up. Government spending right now is actually massive. I'm not going to say anything about that. It is driving growth right now, and which it should not be when we have massive, like our employment's growing strong. And I don't know. It boggles my mind sometimes how little politicians know about economy, housing. I had a friend run for the provincial member of parliament. I'm not going to say which party, yet I was boggled by what their lack of knowledge on housing actually was. I don't understand. And listen, if anybody want to reach out to me, I'm happy to share my ideas on that. But anyways, guys, at the end of the day, I think we're going to be in for a mild recession. I do think if you're buying good cash flowing properties right now, that's the key. Just stick with it. I think we're going to do well over the next 4 to 5 years. Ontario, Alberta, I think they're going to do well. I just think that. I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys buying? Are you greedy right now, or are you fearful? Comment down below. Catch you next time. Everyone have a great weekend.